let me tell you about my experience at the Calling Chicago with the history of draft this weekend. And they did what on Sunday? You're going to want to wait for this. Hi friends, welcome back to Nearly Sane Games. I'm Neil, and today I'm talking about the history of draft at the Calling Chicago. Now, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and help me out there for a little bit. So this weekend was the Calling Chicago, and the main calling was the LL event, which not quite as interested in trying to fight through a pile of Starvos and whatever else is in the Living Legends format. So instead I chose to go with the history of draft. And I met my friend over there from JCH Jedi Games. If you're not subscribed to Jake, go subscribe to him on YouTube. He does great market updates every week. So the history of draft, if you haven't seen anything about it, is a 3-day event that we go through 9 different sets and draft 9 different sets from Flesh and Blood's history. It starts with, on Friday we did Part the Mistveil, Heavy Hitters, and Bright Lights. And then on Saturday we did Outsiders, Uprising, and Tales of Aria. And on Sunday we did Monarch, Arcane Rising, and Welcome to Wraith. Now, this was a $300 package, but really all the goodies that you get with it, I think, were worth it. There were 2 play mats, a number of cards, and it was basically they gave you all the promos for the weekend that you didn't have to play to earn to get. You just got them because you were going to be doing this all weekend long. And it was a lot. It was, the first draft was at 10 o'clock, the next draft was at 2 o'clock, and the last draft of the day was at 6 o'clock. And we had maybe an hour break between each of those. So you don't have time to go play anything else. You have time to look around the vendors a little bit, maybe trying to scare up some food. But it was a lot, but it was also a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to experience each of the Flesh and Blood sets and go through the history. Now, I didn't necessarily perform very well because I'm not the best at drafting, but I did have a lot of fun. And all the people I met were, we had a lot of fun going through all this. One thing I did notice when we got to Saturday, we got to the Tales of Aria draft, and that was scheduled to be Tales of Aria Unlimited, but they changed it to Tales of Aria First Edition. Cost difference is minimal, but you get some cold foils in there, so and a couple little Easter eggs, so that was fun. What really started to go a little bit crazy was Sunday. Sunday we came out and they had holiday mats at every seat for us. And these mats were, they had the Squizzy and Floof mat, they had the Christmas present mat, and they had the Cracked Bauble Christmas mat. And granted, they were probably just getting rid of mats, but it was nice to get an extra mat in all of that. And I was able to get my Squizzy and Floof mat, which was fun for me. Second thing they did on Sunday was they changed the order of things. So they switched Monarch to be the last set drafted, which was nice, I think, for a lot of people because Sunday after everything, after the conference is kind of winding down, 6 o'clock is late, people have flights to get to, and it's just nicer to kind of cut out a little bit early. But the other thing they did was they put Arcane Rising first, and so we drafted Arcane Rising, which was one of the best drafts I had while I was all weekend. It was a lot of fun. I was going to draft Kano, and we had too many other Kanos. Kano dried up almost instantly, so I switched to Dash, and I was able to make a pretty decent Dash deck and had a lot of fun running over people or getting run over, usually running out of cards because I had exactly 30 cards in my deck and 28 of them were Mechanologist cards, which made for a pretty decent deck, and that was a lot of fun. So we got to the 2 p.m. draft, which was Welcome to Wraith, and they decided to pull a change on us, and we ended up getting Alpha. And we got to do an Alpha draft of Welcome to Wraith, and it was amazing. Everybody cheered when they announced it. I was very skeptical. Some people had suggested that maybe that was going to be the case. I was very skeptical. It didn't seem very likely. They had other events to get into an Alpha draft. They did have another Alpha draft there, but that was very selective and did not seem very likely that we would do that. But we did, in fact, do an Alpha draft, and it was super exciting to be there for that. There were 2 Final Spring Tunics opened, and I got to see one of them. An incredible looking card to see in person, and just everyone was very excited to do that. Some people were saying that we should have had gloves to do that, but it was a once in a lifetime moment. I don't think I get to do that again, but I was super excited to do that, and many thanks to LSS for allowing us to do that and providing the materials for that. So we had a lot of excitement around that. Everybody was looking at the cards that they got opened. Pink Sync Below, foil Sync Belows, a lot of the pink strips. It was just a lot of fun to do all that. After all that, they also gave us first edition Monarch. Again, it's a nicety. The prices of first edition aren't what they used to be, but it's still very cool, and I did get some good goodies out of that. They also provided us each day with a box of Dragon Shield sleeves, and they were each of the dragons, the legendary or majestic dragons from Uprising. So we got one of each of those sleeves, which was also very nice. This was an absolutely incredible event. I hope that LSS gets a good response from this, and they continue to do this. It was a lot of fun and worth every bit of it. So that was my experience, and let's take a look at all the goodies that I got. Let's take a look at all the goodies we got from this History of Draft package. First off, we start with the Destructive Aethertide playmat, which excited to have more Wizard playmats. And we also got a second playmat that was not initially announced, but we found out later was the Glyph Overlay playmat, which is very cool. Nice little pirate ship for your DM Armada there. And then our surprise playmats, I've got a Squizzy and Floof playmat, which, again, these aren't valuable, but, it's a nice touch. I understand that they're just getting rid of them, but that's okay by me. Good to have another playmat. If nothing else, I can give it to a new player that comes up. Then we have our just kind of full art. These are a little bit meh, but we've got Hand Behind the Pen. We've got Smash Up. And we've got Tongue-Tied, and these are fine. Full art, kind of nice. Don't know how much I'm gonna actually play with them, but that's okay. We get a cold foil Visceri, which is very shiny and nice. Maybe I can use that in maybe in UPF. I can make a Visceri deck. I doubt I'm going to be playing him in LL anytime soon. Then we have these amazing lightning presses. These are rainbow foil, but full art, or this mostly full art, half card kind of thing. Very cool, very sharp looking promos. It's very nice that we got a play set of these. I'm sure I will be using those in something. And then we got 2 packs that each came with 1 foil Rune Chant. This is the Earth version, and foil Rune Chant's always nice. And then this amazing cold foil. This I can't even describe how cool this card is. It's got some the cold foiling on this makes it look chrome, and I don't know if they've changed their foiling style lately, but it's a really impressive card. Let's see if I can get the light to hit it a little better here. It's a really incredible card if you see it in person. And likewise, we have the lightning version of that with a rainbow foil lightning rune chant, and of course the channel lightning valley, which is just crazy shiny. It's an amazing looking card. If you can see these in person, they are very, very cool to see. And yeah, it's got that really crazy chromy kind of look to them. So those are the promos. So this alone I felt like was a pretty good deal for my $300. But then, of course, we had the alpha draft, and this is my Rhinar deck. I saved the tokens too because I don't have many alpha cards. I managed to get a last ditch effort, and then these beautiful pink strip cards, which are fantastic to see. Some barraging beatdowns, some Savage Feast, and this is my foil Savage Feast with the pink strip. Again, this event was super fun to be a part of. I don't know that I'll ever be a part of an alpha draft again, and it was incredibly special for LSS to do this for us. Also, the best card that I pulled in this alpha draft is a Singing Steelblade foil, and happy to put it in the case. It's not worth a terrible amount, but it's very special to me. Just excited to be a part of this event. As for the drafts themselves, most cards, I did not pull a whole lot interesting until we got to Monarch, and then I did get a cold foil Valiant Dynamo, which is fun. But I saw somebody open a Tunic in the Bright Lights draft. I saw Marvels opened, Cold Foil, Legendaries opened, and then of course we had 2 people in the draft entirely that opened cold foil Findo Spring Tunics, which was just incredible to see, incredible to be part of. So, LSS, if you're listening, we love this. We want this to happen more. And be sure to tell LSS that you want this to be available at the next calling. Until next time, this has been Nearly Sane Games.